a quick look. Hold on, this should be... Why is this on? I wasn't planning on doing this. Oh well. Okay, dokie. Oh, and then fairies. Fairies outfit is not working the way that I've got so much. I wanted to set something fun up today. I guess that's just not in the cards, huh? I guess it is. We're gonna have to do some tweaks after this. Okay, so let's first of all, exactly, Fawn. You know what we gotta do? Brush it out. Yep, stretch it out. Oh, okay. Even like getting a little peek. You're getting a little sneak peek into the whole Hero Go experience. Constantly with my mouth. Yeah, it's fine. Hey there, heroes. My name is Hero Girl. I'm your friendly local neighborhood hero tuber, and this is not the daily grind. This is a very special Monday. It's a special Monday, right? It's a special Monday because, one, I wasn't planning on doing any... I wasn't planning on doing any grind streams today because I kind of overwhelmed myself just a little bit. It happens. It happens the week that, like, spoiler season happens and we get the full spoiler gallery. I end up spending all morning thinking about, like, the new cards and stuff like that. So, like, that's already the first thing that happens. And then the second thing that happens is everything I had to do on the weekend, because I can't do the laundry yesterday because there's so much people in the laundry room. And Lucky, thank you so much for the biddies. Thank you. Actually trying to, like, find stuff I can do with my hands. I'm trying to find things I can do with my hands right now, because we do have a webcam set up. Hi. So you are getting to see good old Hero Girl from the I guess from my tits down. I mean, yeah. I guess I could have put on, like, a real shirt. I could have put on a bra, but I just did. This is why I VTube, folks. This is why I VTube, because I don't like getting dressed up for stream. I want to be comfy. I want to be casual, and having the avatar is a significant improvement looks wise. Oh yeah, you said it. So yeah, from the rack blow. Yeah, exactly. But the reason that we're doing the webcam, the reason that I have the webcam set up, is very specifically because I have a gift from my buddy Fran. I have a gift from my buddy Fran here, and I did take the liberties of making sure that everything was crossed off and torn off as best as I can. Double checking. I'm gonna do my best to, like, not show the parts that I marked off just in case I miss something. In fact, I'm gonna end up cutting off. I'm gonna be doing, like, a very special box unboxing here, because Fran apparently provided some very interesting items here. So we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna open this up, and then for the rest of the stream, I'm gonna be playing Bumpy Ride, because I do just kind of need a mental reset. Made in China. Made in China. Also, thank you so much, Kellen, for redeeming the lurk. Thank you. Also, like, okay, so part of why I've had difficulty setting up a webcam for hand cammy or whatever is because, like, the setup, right? Like, right here is my phone. This is what I'm using for face tracking. So it gives me, like, this little strip, and then because of the way that the camera is rigged on top of my monitor, then you get all this. So, like, it's not that I don't want it, it's not that I feel uncomfortable, you know, presenting myself. It's that there's, like, no space here to actually, like, do stuff, you know? No complaints? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. I mean, so here's the thing, right? I think getting a chance to see this, I will bring it back at some point for definitely for subathon, anniversary-thon, anything like that, where I've been wanting to do like something special in person. But I'm gonna have to make the concession that I'm gonna have to dress up just a wee bit, just a tad. Like even if I'm just wearing like, you know, a band t-shirt or whatever, or like, you know, maybe if I really want to work for my cash, I'll put on a little something. We'll see. Anyway, let's go ahead and like, first things first, I'm gonna try and like cut off the top here. I've got the tape split, but if I cut off the panel flaps, I don't have to worry about accidentally showing anything, because, you know, I'm never like trying. The actual, you know, city that I'm in, Vancouver, really fucking huge place. Like, so yeah, I don't have a problem saying I'm in. Look, just saying this was your choice. Yeah, I know, Fran. My choice, it's my choice to make. And I assume that if there was a good reason why I shouldn't do this on stream, that you would have warned me, because I trust you, buddy. I trust you. I trust you that if you say that, you know, you should not absolutely under any circumstances do this on stream, there is a good reason that you will let me know what that reason is. As it is, go ahead and tear off. Here. Ah. Ah, there we go. Okay. First panel has been ejected. Okay, now we just gotta get the second panel, and we should be good. Also, like, I have to remember that this is live on YouTube as, like, just getting to see me like this is going to be archived on the YouTubes. And, you know, I'm not, look, I already go outside in nothing but a tank top and shorts. The only reason I'm using my blanket right now, my lap blanket, is because underneath my, you know, I have a modicum of shame regards to the holes in my pants. Thick thighs might save lives, but they ruin shorts. Is that it? Okay. Actually, you know what? Why don't I just like remove? Go ahead and remove while we're at it. Already, why not? Yeah, there we go. Boom. And then, like, okay. You want to talk about the obvious here? I am in a tank top, and I am on near full display. Right? Like, I am not wearing a bra. I am perfectly aware what I am revealing here. I don't have an issue with that. I just don't want people to act like it's my entire personality, you know? I want to be proud. I want to be proud of my body. I don't want to be ashamed. I just don't want any gooner shit. I don't need people, like, going full tilt, you know, 2012 anime convention over it. Okay. Bubble wrap. Let's see what we got. Ooh, lots of them. Ah, a little note. To claim your prize, you must first solve the mystery of the puzzle. Fran, what the heck? Fran, what the heck? What the heck, Fran? Okay. 2012 anime convention. So, like, not, like, any specific convention, but, like, you know, the general culture. Like, you know, 2009, running around with yaoi panels. Going to be interesting? What? Nani? Oh, no. Huh. Okay, I guess we got a puzzle box here. Let's check to see what else is in here real quick before we get too crazy. I think I understand. Okay, so first things first. Ron sent me a passport, an extra passport, external hard drive that he had. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you, thank you. Wife and I are already like looking up how to take these apart and basically use the parts to get everything we need. Thank you so much for this. This is huge. We just looked up how much some of these servers how much the hard drives for the home server that we want to set up is going to cost, and like huge, absolutely huge. Thank you so much. And then yep, there she is. This is one of the ones. Oh. Like the one you have connected to your PS5. It's a really good one. I've got a... Oh, I can actually show it here now. So this is the one that I use, and it holds all of my raw footage that I hold for streaming. Like any of my playthrough streams, any of the footage I record and extra stuff like that, I keep it on here, and it's a passport. It's a passport hard drive. Alright, and then this is like one of the big ones that we had. Ron found the special Mary Jane Watson Iron Spider that comes with the Iron Spider Stark Upgrade trading card from the Spider-Man set. I love the Iron Spider. When I was a kid and Civil War came out, like I got to see the Iron Spider outfit, and I was over the hills because I was like, oh, Spider-Man gets to wear red and gold. He gets to wear an Iron Man style suit. Oh, this is the greatest thing ever. And then, like, you know, I found it was a temporary power-up because it was actually just Tony Stark nepotism during a Civil War story, where the Civil War story was actually like one of the worst stories Marvel. Not as dumb as Civil War 2, but you know. So like, I still have not had a chance to. I still haven't found the comic that Mary Jane Iron Spider shows up in it. I think it was like a one-off issue or whatever. But like, thank you so much, buddy. I am going to figure out a way to get her into our display case. I'm definitely going to be saving. Oh, it's got some other figures too, including Man Wolf, which if I actually remember Man Wolf as J. Jonah Jameson's son after he came back from the space voyage that brought the symbiote to Earth in the animated series, because I had a little black and white novella when I was a kid. Then we've also got Agent Anti-Venom, I guess. But no, this is amazing. Thank you so much. Only one of the set that doesn't come with a Spooderman set card. The Wolfman does? Huh. I can see that, actually. I can see that. I love MJ, too. Like, she's just consistently a fantastic character. And they need to stop tearing her and Peter apart. Okay, so I've got that. I've got the hard drive that I'm actually going to put away safely. Put it right next to the customs declaration. Yeah, I'm going to put it next to the customs declaration forms. Now I've got this. Oh, it's Huntmasters of... Oh, it comes with Huntmaster of the Fells. That's an old... Okay, see, I'll take that. I'll take that. I did not appreciate how good Huntmaster of the Fells was when I was a young planeswalker. Incidentally, if you're always wondering what I'm taking sips out of, it's humongous Tupperware thing. Okay, so now if I want to do this, I'm gonna have to like actually get up to like, you know, enjoy that. We're gonna have and like, okay. On one hand, this isn't such a bad angle, right? Because like True Genius goal: manipulate the hidden panels and components of the box until it opens, revealing the chamber within. You know, I've got half a mind to go, well, Glass Onion. I've got half a mind to go Glass Onion on this, but I really, really don't want to damage the cards that's inside. So... Okay. I guess we're... Man, if my husband were... If you cheat, I will not forgive you. Fair enough, fair enough. if my husband, oh my god, it's a good thing I'm doing this now, because if I waited until my husband was home, oh my god, he would be flipping over the moon. He would be like, oh, let me do this, let me do this, let me do this, let me do this. So looks like this part, but it doesn't come all the way. You know, we're still gonna do a bumpy ride later, but I have to. I made this decision. Huh. And we were gonna. Okay, actually, you know what? I need to change this real quick. I need to change the stream category real quick so I don't just like. I'm gonna change the stream category to just chatting real quick. And then... So now we get to try and figure this out. So it looks like it's getting caught on... Honestly, I think the puzzle box in and of itself is an amazing gift. Purely because now I can torment my husband with it. Uh-huh. Okay, it comes up. What else? I don't feel anything getting worse. Looks like this part's glued in. And like I can even like see, actually hold on. There's like a little slit right here. So part of me is wondering like, oh wait, hold on. Can I actually like, I think it's possible to just like shake the cards out? Oh hey, yeah. Yeah, that works. Okay. All right, so we got, all right, so the bounce cards. There is. Excellent, excellent. Uh-huh. 1 million years 1 million year dungeon. That's not cheating. That's not cheating. I didn't do anything. This is a valid. Oh no! Oh no! I don't think the rest of them are coming out. I might actually need to solve this now. Okay, so what did I get out? I got out some of the towns, the foil towns. Okay. Lionheart, Poo Poo, Capital City, Caustic Bronco, the foil towns. Oh, they're in a sleeve. Okay. That might be why I can't pull them out then. Okay. Just double checking. Just double checking, make sure there's nothing else. I consider that valid. I consider that valid. Okay, first of all. Second of all, the foils are loose. I can't be blamed for that. I can't be blamed for that. Okay. Like I have to solve the rest of this to get the rest of my prize, you know? So okay. Okay, so we absolutely have to solve the rest of it because the rest the sleeve is too thick. Ah, you love to see it. Okay. The only part that I'm thinking of that I can find is like doesn't. Oh, up. Like we're getting a little action up here. So then what I need to do is... Aha! Okay, there we go. Okay, so what do we do with that? Oh, there we go. Okay. 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 Oh, I see. It's okay because it's got these little pegs right here that lock it into place. Gotcha. And then there we go. Okay. Congratulations to your accomplishment. Now claim your prize and the extras included. P.S. Love you, Fred. There we go. See, I don't think there's a... Yep, there we go. There we go. Thank you, Frog. Thank you. It was so easy you didn't need to cheat. I didn't cheat! I didn't cheat! There was a slot right here. Right here. It is your fault as the game designer if you did not, take that into account and sleeve up the rest of the cards. Literally torturing me. Okay, let's see if I can... Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is a... Very... Okay, this is a surprisingly simple puzzle box, too. This is good. I like this. So then we gotta do... Oh, wait, no. Make sure this goes up. Push that further back. Slide that in. There we go. Wait. Nope, gotta make sure it's up. That goes forward. That goes back. Okay. Ron, thank you so much for the puzzle box. Okay, you're not getting this back. This is amazing. I love this. And I am going to use this as like a special stocking stuffer, I think, every year. I'll have like... I'm going to put a little treat. One that my partners cannot... get by just like shaking it out of. And they'll love it. They'll love it. All right, take a look at the rest of the cards here. So real quick, and everyone else. So I have been bugging Fran for a long while for cards that I was having a hard time finding last year. Telling my wife to do something about my cheating. Look, my wife watches Lock-Picking Lawyer. She understands that any lock or puzzle is only as sound as the simplest solution. So, yeah. So these are all Final Fantasy cards that I asked Fran for. Well, except for like one, but we'll get that in a second. And he included a ton of stuff that I've been asking for because he bought quite a bit of Final Fantasy product. He had some extra Final Fantasy product. So I asked for help with his extra Final Fantasy product. So, let's see. We've got the pounds. Take a second to show these off. Foils. They are really, really good looking foils. Got the blue-black pound. I honestly feel kind of bad holding these because they're not sleeved. Like, I need to get these perfect fitted like almost ASAP. Yeah, the green white town. Red white one. The fact that these are all foil is like part of the real kicker. If it was just like the towns themselves, I think I might have been okay. But foil versions is astounding. The box seems to have de-pringled them pretty well. Oh, were these like curling really bad when you packaged them initially? Because I don't know if Pringles were gonna be able to make it through that slot. Now, if I was gonna cheat, if I was gonna actually cheat, I would have taken a hammer and smashed it like a flea. Not really bad, but looks like none now. That's... Lions are known for their great strength and pride. Fraud! Fraud! They said the thing! They said the thing! I'm kind of surprised because this is like the normal Lionheart, but you know what? I'm not gonna look a gift card in the mouth. And then we also just like have more, let's see. Yeah, but you still don't have the thing. Oh, that's true. There isn't an alt art. All right, this is a card for Jack Garland, actually. So thank you again for this, Fron. Now Jack can have a horse. Got a couple more towns here. We've got the Gold Saucer. These are not foils, but that is perfectly okay. The foils were just like extra. I was just asking for extras. I wasn't asking for foils specifically. Capital City. And then we have some support like this here, who searches for towns. I'm gonna have to get used to how I want to hold these up. The Poo Poo UFO. The Poo Poo UFO. Could have had Japanese foil art. Eden didn't want it. I like being able to read my cards. I like being able to read my cards. And like, you know, you look. Yo, you deserve it. Here's the horizon. Travel to the overworld. Some of these are commons and uncommons that I have already. But I was just like, Fran, just like, you know what, I'll take one of everything because I am having such a bad time trying to track all this. All right, Fran, question: do I open the Capital City pack first or the Golbass pack first? Didn't need them. Damn. You know what? I probably should have actually accepted that because I know my wife. If nothing else, my wife would have. Either one. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's see. It looks like Terra's on the other side of this, so let's go ahead and open the Golbass one first. Yeah, and then there's like, you know, the packaging stuff. In fact, Alright, so yep. Got Golbass here. One of the villain commanders that I didn't have yet. Actually, I think I forgot to ask for Golbass, but I was like, it's fine. I don't really need that much help finding Golbass, but Fran included Golbass. So, like, you know what? Thank you so much. We got Tella, the Great Sage here. I think Golbass was the surprise. That tracks. Okay. Okay, some of these are commander cards, which is huge. I really needed help finding the commander cards, and Fran came through. So, we've got the Reaper Scythe, which is one of the job select cards. We've got Transpose, which is a Black Mage reference. Machinist Arsenal is not from the commander side. This is actually in the booster. Ninja Blades, also in the booster. But, like, it was not an issue of price, right? It was an issue of availability. Because these cards are listed for a good price, but I'm getting killed by the shipping. And then, like, the stores that actually, you know, sell them, we're having a hard time keeping in stock because the card. But Fran, I think you put something in here that wasn't supposed to be in here. I think you fucking put something in here that wasn't supposed to fucking be in here. She fucking... What the fuck, Fran? What the fuck? Surprise! She hit the supply. She hit the surplus, the surprise plus. What the fuck? What the... Shit. Okay. I don't have a sleeve on hand. But this needs to go into a perfect fit, like, immediately. Yeah, in case you didn't know, the foil Ancient Silver Dragon is like a stupid, expensive Magic the Gathering card. I'm gonna message my wife. Wife, bring perfect fits, please. Thank you. My wife to the rescue, chat. My wife to the rescue. He gave me a fucking foil Ancient Silver Dragon. Something. It's like over 100 or something like that. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Thank you so much. But also, what the fuck? I'm being very, very careful trying to slide this in. I didn't even... Okay, there we go. She's been glossied. Not that much. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Then we need to look up like how much this thing is. Go ahead. Hit the Scryfall. Ancient Silver Dragon. Okay, so like okay, so what is this? This is a Baldur's Gate edition. Let's see. So Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate. That's $53.19. So like, and that's USD by the way. So like already $53. That is like 5 times what I can currently afford to spend on a card. Buying the foil on TCG Player, that's like an extra 12 bucks or so. So it's like 62 bucks. Okay, slightly over half. Okay, so yeah. So like close to 100 CAD. Close to 100 CAD. So thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. I need to figure out a nice, cool place to put this really, really good card that I assumed I would never actually get a chance to have in real life. So, card you weren't gonna play, card I was crashing out about you getting. So what you're saying is that crash outs pay. So what you're saying is that crash outs pay. Oh my god. This is only sometimes. Only fair. Okay, real quick, let's go ahead and check the rest of them. Ninja Blades. Another one of those cards that's in the set itself. It is that was an availability thing. Summon Titan. This one is huge because I wanted to build a deck around the primals. So that's great. This, oh my god. Spider-Man. Thank you so much, Ron. Thank you so much for getting me a copy of Spider-Man. This fucking card is like $5. But I could not find I'm having like the hardest time trying to like get the camera to track. Not the greatest webcam admittedly. But like this card is so hard to find. So hard to find. Buy this card when you see it and you have so many. Holy shit. Now the good news is my wife and I did find one. There was a foil one on sale at one of our local stores for like 12 bucks, so we did get that one. But like, you're telling me that the Spider-Man card that they already have so many collection variants of that go for like upwards of thousands of dollars, CAD at least, and I can't find the one that's fucking $5. I guess that's what happens. I guess that's what happens when people just like buy them all up. But Fraud at least is helping to aggregate these to the people that want them. So thank you so much, buddy. Thank you. You got the Sarah Farron that I really, really wanted for my Universes Beyond commander deck. Thank you. There is the Angelo token. Oh, wait, what? Oh, it's Angelo on one side and Darkstar on the other. Fron being the MVP the last couple of days. Right, yeah. Yep. Oh, that's right, because Fron got you a birthday gift, too. Yeah, Fron's a real one. Fron is a real one. Like, we're not friends with Fron because he buys us stuff. He just buys us stuff because we happen to be friends. All the tokens are double-sided. I mean, yeah, I know all the tokens are double-sided, but like this one is very specifically 2 different dogs that are made from legendary creatures, right? Like that is just a really nice collation. Like this didn't have to be Darkstar. I think the tokens are all randomly collated. Dog plus dog equals dog. True. So like the fact that these are both legendary dogs This is a fantastic token. Nope, not random. Okay, maybe not like random, but you know, it's not like they always, match up nicely. The only way that token comes. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. I do wish that like all the tokens were set pairs, but like there are just some tokens that are like either way. All right, and then we have. Go ahead and these aside. That way they don't get knocked over accidentally. Then actually quick look. Okay, so yep. Yes, dude, yes. All right, so Starting Town is like one of the cards that was going to be a little harder to get. I need to look up the price of it real quick because I'm pretty sure this card is seeing tons of play in Standard right now. Yeah, it's like 11, 12 bucks USD. There's no randomness of what is on each side of the tokens. I mean, but they don't perfectly match up either, is what I'm trying to say. Like, when I look at my Final Fantasy tokens and I try and like get them sorted, it's really hard for me to get them nice and cleanly sorted because some of them have like different tokens on different sides. So it's like, a Black Wizard token might have different hero tokens on the side. They might have a Chocobo on the other side, sort of thing. Pulled it from the 25-cent bin. Wait, oh, that's right. You were talking about it. You were talking about how you pulled Starting Town from the 25-cent bin. Well, good stonks. Really good stonks. Balaam Garden Seed Academy. The one that transforms into a battleship partway through the game. I am so surprised that it happened as early as it did, but like, I love this card. I love this card because I love Balaam Garden literally just being a boat school. Also, we're getting like a full hours of content out of this. It was not expecting this. Also, wife says that the price on the Ancient Silver Dragon is more reasonable, but still stocks. So like, yeah. Token things because there are like 2 to 3 versions of each token, but what is on each side is set. Yeah, that's more what I'm trying to get at. Like, if it were me, if I was the one choosing what was collated, I would like to have it perfectly set. Like, it always changes on a person basis. But I would love to have like a master set of tokens that I always use, and like each token is exclusive to like different decks and stuff, so I never have to worry about like, oh, I need to make zombie tokens, but I can't because they're all on the back of my spirit tokens, and I've already got all my spirit tokens in play. The only one that's not are the dogs and the Sephiroth token. All right, so then we've also got the all the rare towns. So we've got the Mill Town, we've got Midgar Town, Bloom Town, Denark Land Town, which is really, really good and limited. And then we have a bunch of other cards. I'm gonna rearrange these real quick. So, Hope of Spira. This is huge for the Summoner deck. I started playing Final Fantasy X way back in probably like 2018, 2019. Here I'm gonna cry at these pronunciations. It's Yuna. It's Yuna. Unless you meant Zanarkand. Probably that's probably what Fran meant. So, oh no, the rare towns. Okay, yep. Okay. So yeah, I definitely wanted to get a Yuna because even though I have not actually played all that much of Final Fantasy X, I already really like Yuna. So she also goes into the multicolor summons deck. I did really want to make sure that we had like the summoner for the rare towns. Yeah. I am not. Look, I've already said I am not good at pronouncing stuff. I try my best. I try to be courteous, but I am not good at pronouncing shit. Kefka Court Mage. This is a really good, big one. Thank you, Fran. 8, the Kefka Ruler of the Ruin. I really, really love the double-sided transform Final Fantasy cards. Kefka is just like a good one. I think it's like, what, 10, 15 bucks right now? Double checking on the whole Scryfall. No, you can get like a cheap copy of him for like 4 or 15 bucks. Okay. Yep. So again, it's another one of those, the price isn't necessarily the issue, it's the availability. And I am really looking forward to getting to Final Fantasy VI at some point. And a big part of that is actually Terra herself. Terra, who apparently turns into an Esper. And like, I know that it's really easy to just play like the 5-color commander and then put in all the stuff. And yeah, I don't necessarily enjoy doing that, but also like it's the de facto primal Esper summon commander, you know. I can't say no to that. I can't say no to that. And even if I only play her as like a 4-color commander, fine. It's good. It's good even. I am looking forward so much to getting to know Terra and getting to know Kefka as well as I am with Squall and his team right now. Thank you so much, bud. Thank you, thank you. I'd be lying if I didn't say that part of why I was excited for Terra was because I saw the Darrow Talks Games backlog video last year, and he talked about playing Final Fantasy VI because of Final Fantasy card game coming out. And it's like, I gripe a lot about Universes Beyond, but I think there is something really nice when a set successfully gets a Magic player interested in the property it's trying to portray. I don't think every set does that as well or as successfully. Like Spider-Man set, I know there are people who don't know about Spider-Man, but Spider-Man is also just like much more widely known about here in North America than something like Final Fantasy. And Final Fantasy is huge, right? Final Fantasy is huge, but it's also a video game. Primarily, it's a video game series from Japan. So there's already going to be an obstacle as opposed to something that has had comic books and movies, cartoons, a radio show, I think, at one point, or maybe I'm tripping on that. Like Spider-Verse being one of the biggest movies. Like, way more people know about Spider-Man, I would wager, than a given character from Final Fantasy, except like maybe Cloud, Sephiroth, because of like, you know, but even then. Here's one from Lucky. I'll do my best pronouncing stuff, but also I have moments where my brain knows what it's supposed to, but still wants to say something else, like when you said about the name of FF14 a few weeks ago. Yeah. Yep. That's some good old dyslexia. See. This next card, there's like 2 cards left, right? So, one of them is Emmett Selk the Unsundered. And I can't do a whole lot about the blurriness of the card, so like, you know, apologies. I keep trying. Oh, hey, that kind of worked, actually. Yeah, that kind of worked, actually. This motherfucker is the primary antagonist of the Shadowbringers expansion for Final Fantasy XIV. So, like, in a lot of ways, this guy is my personal villain. Between him and Xenos, he is, to me, what Sephiroth is the Cloud in a lot of respects. In part because Final Fantasy XIV encourages you to come up with your own character, come up with backstory and stuff for like that, to get engaged into roleplay. Because of the events of Shadowbringers, I have a personal connection to this guy that I never asked for, that I did not want, and yet is there. And for no other reason, I want to be able to honor this character. Because as much as I hate his stupid face, he is still a really important part of my story with that game. And he also has a villain transform. So that would be part of why when you see me streaming Brawl, I have a Selk deck. I have an Emmett Selk deck. It's a Storm deck. And I still want to like practice some stuff with it. But it is also like legitimately a fun deck to play. And I don't know, it's just motherfucker. This motherfucker. And then this next card, I'm actually going to look up the price beforehand because this is a huge... This one is a good $22 USD. So like probably close to 35 Canadian. Summon Bahamut. I'm gonna have to like reposition that camera at some point. This card is really heckin' good. It's a great reanimator target. It's a dragon. So I get to play this in my Kalia deck now. My Kalia deck, which has a ton of rare and expensive cards for what someone like me could get their hands on. And the fact that this card is a Final Fantasy card and I can play it in one of my old, if not the oldest deck I have, means a lot to me. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you so much, because this, like, okay, the Ancient Silver Dragon, like, this is an amazing card to gift me. Absolutely amazing. I appreciate this. This one has a home. This one has a snap home. That means a lot. Now I've got, like, you know, I've got two dragons. I can make them kiss. Thank you so much, buddy. Not only, like, you know, you gift me, not only did you gift me a ton of fun cards, not only are some of those cards, like, monetarily valuable, but now they have a lot of sentimental value, too. Like, yes, I have a foil Spider-Man already, but now I have a normal Spider-Man that I know for a fact came from one of my best buddies ever. Now, I don't just have the motherfucker. I've got the motherfucker as gifted to me by someone that I get to introduce this motherfucker to later on when we do our Final Fantasy 14 playthrough. So, like, actually, hold on. I'm gonna sleeve these up real quick while I get some final thoughts out there, because we're gonna... Oh, you could have gotten me a foil or an Altart M. I mean, like, I know, right? I know you could have gotten me that, and I know that it wouldn't have cost you like anything extra, because these are probably like extras that you just happen to have or are easy for you to get a hold of. It's not that I would say no to some of those alternate arts or whatever, but it's also like I kind of like having the base normal vanilla version. And I like having this because, like, it's clean and easy to read. It's got Magic's original art style up here. And if I did go and get an alternate art, I would want that to be in addition to having the base version. Like, I don't know. There's just something about this being in Magic's style of frame and everything like that that helps connect it from, like, something that I love to another thing that I love. We're gonna go ahead and put all of these into bits because, well, the double-sided card should always be valuable. Cards should always be. Then, here in a little bit, we're gonna switch over to doing a bumpy ride. This was I really need this today. I really did this today, in part because, and I said this at the start of stream, I kind of got a little overwhelmed I got a little overwhelmed with chores that couldn't be done over the weekend. I got a little overwhelmed with a bunch of obligations and stuff I wanted to work on. Sharpie. And I just Monday with a lot is a lot. Having all the Marvel cards get revealed, weirdly enough, adds to it. I'm so excited to look at cards again, even if it's Universes Beyond, in part because of my Q project, and I am so happy that that is the case. But also, it's a lot of, you know, I have intense hyper focuses pulling me apart, and that, like I said, it just gets a little. I don't need to put those that I wanted to double sleeve real quick. I mean, yeah, probably the foil town, but that doesn't need to be right now. Oh, there's 2 Ninja Blades. Oh, right, yeah, 2 Ninja Blades. All right. Probably Sarah. Go ahead and look Sarah. And then, like, you know, hopefully everyone enjoyed getting to hang out, getting to enjoy my my live reactions to getting these cards, getting this gift, getting this gift too. By the way, let's not forget that this is huge for me, actually. This is like literally huge. And then also the hard drive, that was also big. Or because I had to get like a wastebasket. Puzzle blocks was a lot of fun. You got the reaction you wanted. See, and that's part of why I wanted to do this as a live unboxing. I wanted to do this as a live unboxing in part because this is what I can do to repay, not repay because these are gifts, but like, you know, I can use this as an opportunity to, 1, make a little bit of extra content, and 2, get forward my joy to you. Or I can pay the joy forward, right? I can pay the joy forward. I can get the initial reaction. I can let you see my little crash out live. Now it's, you know, recorded on YouTube for as long as the servers stay live. So there we go. That is my forwarding to you. That is my gift basket. Well, thank you, gift. Party favor. That's my little party favor to you, right? Because when you go to when you would go to a birthday party as a kid, the idea was that you would bring a gift for the birthday boy or birthday girl, birthday kid, and then you would get like a little bag. It's just like a little party favor with something cheap as a little thank you for coming out. All right, chat. Let's go ahead and say goodbye to webcam. Hope you got to enjoy as much as you wanted to. And then we're going to go ahead and start switching over to play A Bumpy Ride. So I can actually properly put this into games and demos now. Imagine seeing this on YouTube and being like, I thought this was a bumpy ride. I thought this was a bumpy ride. Also, yeah, chatting for the... So I need to do a couple of things. First of all, I need to move the chroma key from, because it's there we go. Fill. Crash the chroma key. Let's just go ahead and change the background here. Nope, that's not it. There's some fun stuff here, but I don't know what was up with the color picker. I'm gonna have to fix that. And then Yep. model again. Yeah, that works. Oh. Good, 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 good. Go ahead and run a bumpy ride. Pause music feed. Pull up the game. Honestly, I think so. I think the I think the fact that I got to figure out how to pull out some of the cards without having to do the box. I think that was some good entertainment. But maybe you disagree, Frog. Maybe you disagree. Models. Okay. There we go. Real quickly, I need to change my staff real quick because I realized that we actually do not want the fireman. Emergency breaks with no consequence. Extra 2 hours? I realized that, if we had the fireman going on and we increase the speed of our train, we're going to go nowhere fast. Also, oh, we have a nice rainstorm too, actually. That's really nice. I don't think there was any other upgrades we could get, right? We're probably going to do just like the one day, I think. And then I do have, if you want other colors, you have to like buy the other colors. Yeah, so you get Sweet Tooth for 500, Texas for 500, Neko Neon for 500, Sacramento, Conrad. Looks like all these are like 500. I'm actually running out of water for a bit. Always fun to hang out with me. Thank you so much, Lucky. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so what was I supposed to be working on? Honestly, I think it's fine to go around, right? Fine to go around, get my stuff. I still have the cars. I didn't move them away. They're like still in front of me. Find a way into Rio Frontera, which, if I remember correctly, has like rocks in. So really, what we're gonna be doing is let's just get some cash, right? Let's just get some cash and build some upgrades. Oh, I've also got like double passenger. Hey, now I think. Tip off on some. Yeah, I kind of just want to like have fun, getting upgrades and. Ow. Ah, crunchy. Crunchy. Very crunchy. Oh, actually, you know what? I do want to. I don't know what all that shaking was. Incident. Alright. Holy shit, it's a big ass tornado! Would you look at that? Why? Why is there a big ass tornado? Just let it pass. Just let it pass, chat. Oh, right. cattail station. Cattail station, but we're going the other way. God damn it. Okay, so if we want to get to cattail station, we're going to like really book it. Make sure you take lefts. Nothing but lefts. Yeah, take the left here. Take the left here. Left here. Left here. Left here. Yeah. Nothing but lefts. And then hope that fucking tornado doesn't come around. Actually, you know what? So I used to grow up in Ohio, right? Ah, Jesus Christ. Why is it coming back? I thought this game was supposed to be cozy. Anyway, so like I grew up in Ohio, right? In Ohio, fucking tornadoes. Fucking tornadoes nonstop. Tornado says I do what I want. Clearly. Every time we hit a fucking tornado alarm, we'd have to go down into the basement and wait. And honestly, I hated it every time. Because I always had horrible, horrible visions of our house getting ripped off by the roots. And, oh, yeah. Oh my God! They all got ripped away! They all got fucking sucked up by the tornado and ripped away! Oh my God! Never heard of this game, but it looks great. This is A Bumpy Ride. Also, hey Ray! Hey Rhea! This is A Bumpy Ride. It's a cozy train game. It's based off of the Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks with very simple controls. It's got a very relaxing atmosphere, and I guess that'll teach us to try and, you know, take on the great pasture, I guess. We've got a speed control here. We got a map. We've got a little water gauge here that we need to keep an eye on. We've got our speedometer. We've also got a little action. Sure looks relaxing. Sure it does, doesn't it? Like, this is a very relaxing game. I think it's best played if you only play like one day, you know, per session. But it's very relaxing. It's very autistically soothing. And, oh, it's just right click to, camera. It's very nice. It's all handmade. There's a dev blog that I was following for a little bit, and there was a demo that I gave a try way back when. It's got pride flags hidden everywhere. Like, I've got my little trans pride flag on the front of the train here. The conductor, the engineer here, is a little kitty. They got 3 different engineers, and they're all based off of the developers' pets. And the landscape is really good, too. Bit of a Spirit Tracks fan, so you'll definitely check it out. Absolutely, definitely do that. I think it's going for like 15, 16 bucks on Steam right now. And we also had one of the developers, specifically the sound designer, stop by a while back. Right now, even though I don't have all of the areas unlocked, I think part of what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, like, play with the area that we currently have. So pauses while we go to the map. So like we have this whole area, like this winter area, this desert area that we have to unlock yet. But the only way that we can unlock it is by getting a specific set of upgrades. So I am perfectly content to just drive around, ferry passengers through the woods here, all the way up and down the prairie and the Bayou Belle Nuit. Yeah, just these three areas. That's plenty. You can buy like different colors of trains, and they come with different sound effects too. And then, like, as soon as your water depletes, you are forever cut at half speed, and also your whistle no longer works. And also, there's like traffic rules that you have to follow. I don't stream this game often, but this has been my comfort game to come to when I want to stream, but I'm having a bit of a bad brain day. Normally, we will stream Final Fantasy XIV. We'll stream Magic the Gathering. You know, it's the daily grind stuff. So we come on and we grind our dailies. But some days you just can't, you know? Some days you're just so overstimulated, overworked, overwhelmed by everything around you, and you just don't have the capacity to like go on and work for your entertainment. And whenever that happens, I've been streaming Spirit Tracks, basically. We've been streaming Train Game. Unfortunately, like, you know, everyone here is here to hang out. They're not really here for like a specific thing. They're not here to see the sick magic plays. They're not here to, you know, join me on the Final Fantasy grinding, because just doing Wondrous Tales, whatever. I think Wondrous Tales. It's our chance to hang out together. And also, I love this Bayou area specifically because it is so reminiscent of things like Spirited Away. Very direct influence. Also, this is the first time that I've been seeing the storm weather too. Hello, hello. How's the train going? Train is going good, Sam, except for the part where apparently tornadoes will suck up all of your passengers. You gotta go to Kobe Station. Oh, Kobe's over here. Okay, so we don't have to deal with the fucking tornado of death. You're here for me ever since I streamed Madden 06? That was a good one, wasn't it? That was a real good one. Yeah, I'm gonna turn around at the turn here. Take a right. Make sure we get there by 150. Anything I missed the game you played against the Falcons though? I think we got a lot of talking about that one though, right? Like that was the one where I just had to be like, okay, chat, okay, we know about Michael Vick, right? We know that Michael Vick is a a convicted criminal who was sent to prison because he performed animal cruelty. We're gonna be adults about this. We're gonna, you know, he's still a part of this game. I don't have a way to take him out or whatever. We're just gonna be adults about this. Play the game as normal. Yeah, it's gonna be a right. It's gonna be a right. But it still made jokes. I mean, I think making jokes is okay, but I'm not a huge fan of like making light of animal cruelty. I think is the biggest issue. I was a Falcons fan way before he joined the team. No idea about American football. What the heck? Michael Vick in jail? He was. He spent a few years in prison. But then he was released after serving his sentence. And then he got signed as a free agent to a team who wanted to... it's a difficult conversation to have because, you know, there is the idea of, oh, you know, he went to prison, he did his time, he's, quote, repaid his debt to society, but also at the same time, like, the guy did some pretty awful stuff. And this team is a team that is signing him because they want a good quarterback. And this guy is an above average quarterback. And teams are very willing to overlook a lot of skeezy stuff in order to, you know, get good players if it means getting to win, because winning means more money from the fans to pay for everything. It means that the coaches get to keep their jobs. It's like one of the biggest reasons I have trouble keeping up with the NFL. I want to start watching football again this year. So, like, I'm going to have to make my peace with that on some level. At the same time, though, like, my team, the Cleveland Browns, still have fucking sex pest Deshaun Watson. God damn it. Still have sex pest Deshaun Watson on their roster for another year. So, if I'm going to do any football watching, then it's going to have to be watching, like, the Chargers or something, because I cannot watch Cleveland while they have that man. Maybe force him to pay some of his money to animal foundations. I'm pretty sure that was a part of his release, is that he was doing, like, charity work and foundation work for animal rights and stuff like that. Like, if nothing else, it was a PR move more than anything else. It was image rehabilitation. There's no way to know for sure if, like, he actually wanted to do reparations in terms of, like, the harm he had done to those animals. It's like, I don't even know how you would do that. It's a hard question. And also, this was, I think, well over a decade ago, so he is already well out of the league at this point. Like, at some point, you just get too old to play football. Unless, of course, you're Brett Favre, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, he also had his $100 million contract revoked. That was, like, right after they re-signed him, wasn't it? Honestly, this is more like this is serendipitous more than, like, haha funny. But we just finished watching A Clockwork Orange, the Gary Kubrick film, last night, and it touches on this exact issue. It touches on this exact issue because the movie is very mature. Not, like, mature in terms of, like, you know, it's very serious in how it handles conversation, but rather it's handling a very mature topic. I had to make sure we weren't going off to the dairy factory on accident. Anyway. So, like, in A Clockwork Orange, the basic idea is that you have someone who is, an absolute criminal. An absolute unquestioned criminal. What movie? A Clockwork Orange. That is the film. Actually, we can probably... Slow Whistle Station. Okay, so we can get there by taking... Yeah. The Clockwork... I'm just gonna say it. Clockwork Orange is about someone who... sexually assaults a woman. He is part of a gang. He sexually assaults a woman. He murders another woman. This guy is like an out-and-out criminal, right? He's a teenager. He's like 17 years old, something like that. And he's a part of a gang, and he's doing all this stuff. Gets caught, goes to prison. And then, like, it's just a massive demonstration of the failure of the prison system. Because he does everything that he wants them to do. He starts acting respectfully. He starts talking correctly. He is very active in the prison church system. This is the movie with the famous, like, you have a guy, in a straitjacket with his eyes being forced open. And there's an experiment that's done on him, basically to create an aversion to sex and violence. Like, this is how they're going to, quote, reform the criminals, because they're going to literally psychologically torture them to the point where they physically cannot do those things without getting violently ill. They say, oh, he's reformed. They let him out into the world. And then, once he's out in the world, everyone who he's ever wronged wants to hurt him back because of the harm that he's done to them. So, eye for an eye type shit. His parents don't want him around. The man whom wife he assaulted takes his revenge. And what happens is that justice is not served, but rather, this kid is made a political pawn. Like, this is a criminal, and both sides are trying to use this to their advantage. One side is like, oh, we can reform criminals. We can help criminals by making it less dangerous and getting them off the streets and stuff like that. We're going to help this guy. We're going to give him a good job and all that. Only because when he was being used as a pawn by the other team, it was making them look bad. Because, like, they threw him out into the world without any support whatsoever. It feels like a much more, it feels like a somewhat raunchier, more satirical version of Shawshank Redemption. Yep, there's the gay pride flag. Alright, back to Cattail Station. Back to Cattail Station. So we need to go to Cattail Station. I can take this shortcut here. And we can go ahead and use that to get all the way down. That'll save us a ton of time. Love to see that. Also, we do need to make sure that we top off on water. Believe in the rehabilitation of criminals, but yeah, it's not something that can be done instantly. It's very nuanced. Yeah. I'm a believer in restorative justice, right? By the way, there's also the lesbian pride flag there too. So, like, this game knows who is advertising itself to. Oh, we just gotta get there by 10 p.m. Okay, we're already... I believe in restorative justice. The problem is that restorative justice takes a lot more work. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of time and staff and money and education and training. And that is something that is, one, not profitable for big business, which owns a lot of the prison systems, by the way. Excuse me for a sec. We're just going to go ahead and take this. So, like, yeah, restorative justice is not profitable for the prison system. And also, it is not a clean and easy and simple solution that, governments can get behind. Especially when they're trying to, like, get people to vote for them so they stay in power. Like, a lot of people believe in punitive punishment. They believe in... this person did a crime and they should suffer. They are now no longer a person. We no longer treat them as such, and we have permission to just, like, treat them like utter dog shit. And, like, some of these people have done incredibly reprehensible things. Incredibly reprehensible. Like, literally, in this movie, again, the main character, Alex, has murdered and assaulted women. And yet, restorative justice maintains that even someone who has done horrible things still needs to be treated with human rights. that is non-negotiable. And that is something that a lot of people have a really hard time wrapping their head around. Privately owned prisons are a whole other tangent that can be gone off on. Yep, and one that, honestly, I just don't have the knowledge to discuss. I really don't. Like, I know the general concepts, but it's just not something I'm equipped to go into a deeper discussion about. I know how it's portrayed in like the films and everything like that. I know that films like Shawshank Redemption were actually really awfully received when they were first. We're going to Cattail, right? Yeah, we're going to Cattail. Movies like Shawshank Redemption were awfully received initially, very specifically because they made the prisoners sympathetic at a time where people were very heavy into punitive justice. Colombia doesn't have privately owned prisons. The USA really is a different flavor of hell. Amen. I don't really need to slow down, right? Yeah, we're going to Cattail Station. Met people IRL who were terrorists who killed people and now they're farmers. Coffee baristas, teachers. If good people have a second opportunity. See, that's what I'm saying. It's so hard to, like, be able to accept that emotionally, right? Because it feels like, in a lot of ways, humans are hardwired to not want to accept the potential danger that could come from a second chance. It feels like, oh, I made a whoopsie. Fuck. I was supposed to go left, but now I guess we're going back through Tornado Town. Well, I messed up. Guess we're gonna have to live with this. The alternative is to, actually, hold on. Let's turn around real quick. We've got like a couple of hours. This'll suck, but it'll suck less than just like trying to continue going because we do not have a fast train. It feels like, especially in a world where religion is in control of a lot of people's initial thoughts and feelings, that, you know, if you are guilty, you have sinned, and if you have sinned, you are going to be damned to hell, right? Where moral purity is a thing that people just like, you do it, and either you do it perfectly, or you're done. You're done. And it's hard for them to accept, especially when they're the one who has been wronged, right? Like, it's very easy to, you know, be on a podium and talk about restorative justice. The hard part comes from, you know, being able to hold that conviction when you are the one who has been hurt. And for some people, like, it's all good and well to talk about this until suddenly you have to deal with, God, as a child of abuse, I understand what it's like to face someone who has hurt you and to be like, I do forgive you and I give you this second chance to, you know, prove that you want to do right by me. Or maybe it's easier because it was very specifically my parents. But maybe that's a little too heavy for Cozy Train game day. The ones at the bottom, criminal organizations, many times have more in common with me and you than their boss. Now the boss, that's like politician without a desk job. They don't deserve much forgiveness. You might be onto something about that. Now, I think, well, something that my wife pointed out to me was that, you know, maybe some people do need to spend more time with restorative justice than others. That doesn't necessarily mean that restorative justice is, you know, that doesn't work. But it does mean that it's going to take a lot more. Like, if you use Alex as an example in Clockwork Orange, there would need to be so much more work for something like that in order for them to, you know, be able to safely use that second chance to not do harm. But then you're getting into, like, you know, ethics and psychology. We try to have fun here. We try to have fun here at the Hero Girl Fun Time Show. But, you know, sometimes part of why we need to go into these cozy train games is because we just have so much that's weighing down on our mind. And it's good to know. It's good to know that of the people that are hanging out with us today, that y'all are good, y'all are, you know, open to the ideas that we talk about here. I tell myself that I probably don't know as much as I would like to. I'm definitely not prepared to get into debates or fights, right? Like, that is the huge thing. This is a discussion, but it's not a debate. This type of stuff is not up for debate. And if I did have someone wander into chat and they started to, like, push back on some of the points, well, if they're done out of good faith and curiosity, like wanting to know more or like trying to offer solutions or stuff like that, like, you know what, that's a real conversation that we can have. But if it was someone who was actually just like straight out pushing back, then I think I would have to put my foot down and be like, I respect that you have an opinion. That is not an opinion that is welcome here in this chat. I haven't had to do that yet, but, you know, once we get to a point where more people are showing up for stream, more people are hanging up, not hanging up, hanging out, we're going to have to get to that point where I do have to, you know, curate my audience a bit. Don't push back the train, it has to arrive to places. Ain't that the truth? Alright, we arrived a little bit later than I wanted to, but... Oh, that's right, and then she whistles with you! Back to Colby Station. We're gonna go all the way back to where we came. Sounds good to me. Just take a right turn. I'm telling you, chat, this game's great. This game's fantastic. This game has everything that you want when you're a streamer. It has little knobs and twisty things for you to pay attention to and do. It has a nice, cool ambient atmosphere for music and relaxation. It's got periods of, like, there is stuff happening on stream, but you don't have anything that's taking up intense focus, so you can actually just relax and have a conversation. It has cows. It does have cows. It has cows that we can say hi to. Although I don't think they come out during the storm. So there is that. So it doesn't have cows like right now. Or if it did have cows, I'm pretty sure the tornado has just completely blown them away. Oh my god! I still can't believe it does that. I still can't believe it does that. It just rips out all of the passengers right out of their seats. The train is fine, but the passengers aren't. Honestly, like, I think the best part is that it doesn't punish you. It doesn't actually punish you beyond the fact that you just, like, you don't have passengers anymore. And, like, I will get a faster train eventually, but we definitely don't need it to be, like, fireman fast. Because what I was thinking earlier, and I says this to my wife, I says, if you are trying to go through life at maximum speed, you're going to find yourself going nowhere fast. And so if I am trying to, rush all the upgrades, rush all the skins or anything like that, I am actually cheating myself. Because now I have less time that I get to spend playing the train game. And I would rather spend more time playing the train game and collecting and using all that time to gather all the stuff than, playing the train game at after all the stuff has been gotten. Because then, like, what else do you have to work towards? It's 8:20, so I think what we probably do is we just rush Colby. Yeah, I think we just rush. But also, like, if we take, like, the extra 2 hours and we spend, like, a decent amount of time looking at the map and all that stuff, then that leads into a very clean 1-hour segment. Just do, like, a whole day. You just do, like, a whole day as, like, an hour worth of stream. And maybe that won't always be the case, but it is the case now. And then... yeah, let's go ahead and just, like, make sure that we're chugging along. We're almost out of water, but... double check. Yep, we want to take the right here and left next. Just keep moving. We've got 1 hour left. We got 1 hour to get to Colby. As long as we book it, we're fine. Spend some time! Spend some time practicing your base elements. Spend some time practicing your, your conjugation exercises. Don't be in such a hurry to get to, Japanese 103 when you haven't even mastered Japanese 101, Like, sure, yeah, that's what you need to do to graduate. But but practice your foundation. Practice your foundation and make it so that way when you actually... oh, fuck you. That was only a little tilt. That was only a little tilt. Practice your foundation before you have to go off and learn kanji. Because as soon as you start learning kanji, well, buddy, I hope you sure know how your katakana sound. Oh, water is dipping. Water is dipping. $9:30, we're fine. We'll make it in time. This will even be like the last one. Fucker. Motherfucker gave me a B. We'll top off Casey and then we'll go. Job well done. That guy didn't think so, apparently. That guy's like, oh, you know what? I had to shift. I was working. All I was doing was letting my kid play Minecraft on my laptop, and she had to, grab her laptop real quick, and I accidentally pressed the screen with my thumb, and now there's like a huge dent in the LCD screen. But whatever. I'm gonna blame the train company for this. Passengers delivered 14. And staff wages paid. Oh, daily profits $3.98. Take me to the shop. We're obviously not gonna have time to run like another one, but we can take a look at the fun stuff that we can afford now. Oh, we can buy more capacity. More seats you have, the more. Ooh, water tank though. Water tank would be huge. Air brakes, can't afford that yet. First class. Allows you to pick up first class tickets. I might just go with water tank. Less water tank means less finicky stuff. Yeah. Pick a bigger water tank. There we go. We'll see how Casey. And then like double check because I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is only like 20 a day. It's probably gonna be like another few weeks at least, right? Like, I really doubt that I'm gonna want to stream on oh, all right. So yeah, while I'm thinking about it, chat, while I'm thinking about it, I have the announcements for this week in terms of stream, and as well as the things and stuff. Okay, let me just get through the first one, right? So we are going to be back for stream tomorrow. Tomorrow I should be feeling back to normal, and we'll be doing our normal daily grind stuff. So, you know, we'll be coming back with more Magic Ranked. We'll be coming back with Final Fantasy 14 and doing Wondrous Tales again. All the good stuff there. No stream on Wednesday. One more time. No stream on Wednesday, June 10th or 11th. It is time for monthly wife care. As you all know, my wife is disabled, much like me. And when we take her out to see her appointment, she gets wiped out. Gets totally wiped out. So I spend the whole day taking care of her. I spend the whole day making a treat of it. I'm gonna make her Rice Krispie treats. It's her special therapy treat that she gets every month. We're gonna you know, curl up, watch some movie. We're gonna finish watching Hamilton probably. We've been on a rewatch because she loves Hamilton, and she's really been wanting to rewatch it since she shared it with my husband and I. First year we moved in together. Yeah. And then I don't think there'll be anything keeping us from doing Final Fantasy Friday. No, nothing keeping us from doing Final Fantasy Friday. Next week, we do have Final Fantasy coming back in Limited. So we might be doing some Final Fantasy drafting next week instead of Brawl. Because, like, I like Final Fantasy, and I like drafting Magic. And you know what? I can go ahead and do a draft in about like an hour or so, maybe an hour and a half, and then we'll squeeze in any Final Fantasy 14 in the last little bit again. I am gonna have another day later this month where I have to cancel stream because of my own therapy appointment, but fortunately that's not gonna be till like the last week or so. And at least for right now, those are the only things that really come up. Like, you know, it's just normal monthly. And then I don't think there's anything else I need to do in terms of announcements. But like, we're not gonna end stream just yet. There is well, actually, hold on. The games, yes. Everything else is so-so. So like, we actually can't have like 10 minutes left that I do want to use it just like relax and chill and like mention a couple other things. Like, oh my god, I haven't had a chance to touch Dragon Quest XI since I hit the interludes. And that has also been something that's bothering me because it's like, I want to play Dragon Quest. But I've got like a million things that are pulling my attention right now. So tonight I think I'm actually going to have some time to sit down and finally start playing through the interludes. Especially now that Lucky is a little ahead of me. I don't want to get into like the whole thing because it's not Lucky's fault or anything like that. Lucky mentioned something that hasn't come up for me yet in my playthrough. So I was like, actually, you know what? What if we just like continue to let him stay just a little bit ahead? So that way it's, you know, a little more fresh in his mind in terms of like what's coming up and stuff like that. I think that's fine. Especially since we are going to be getting to the point of the game, I would imagine somewhat soon, where he hasn't gotten to that point in the game yet. So it'll be better for him to go through it and then to be able for me to be like, oh man, this part was really cool. I also think it just kind of works with, you know, a group. I know that I'm really close to the part where Jess left off with Dragon Quest XI. If I remember correctly, Jess is not a fan of a few things, but I can only guess at what the part that he left off at. Because he said that he left off in Dragon Quest XI because he hit a point of something that he just really does not like dealing with. So I'm looking forward to that. The interludes are interesting, though they weren't in the original version of Dragon Quest XI. See, that's really cool. I like that. Like, right now, where I'm at, I'm playing as Sylvando. Sylvando's the only party member I have. And on the one hand, this is neat, because it's... If I have to get into combat, it's a little bit of a check to make sure that you've been properly, like, equipping your characters, all of your characters, and doing all their skills, and not, like, neglecting anyone. If you get into combat, I don't need a confirmation on that or not. And getting a chance to, like, you know, see the story with a couple of characters, I think that's neat. Yep, Nova's first, then Jade, Eric, and finally Rab. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. And I'm also just like, I now know something that I probably wouldn't have known beforehand, and I need to know. I need to know the context around it, and the only way I want to find out about it is by getting through the game. So we're gonna get through that, and then we'll be back on the Dragon Quest train. I mean, not like the train, but like, you know, back on the momentum train of playing through Dragon Quest, because I am still legitimately enjoying the game. I'm still legitimately enjoying the game. I need to say this though. I need to express this because this is something that I am gonna have to continuously deal with. I get so much anxiety when a video game changes the status quo and then suddenly the world is in ruin. Like, you know that moment in Ocarina of Time where Link opens the door to the Temple of the Time, you know, reveals the Triforce and the Master Sword and everything like that? And then Ganondorf shows up and he's like, ha ha ha, thank you so much for unlocking the door for me, you idiot. Nice job breaking it, hero. The world turns to shit after that. Like, that's when you walk out of the church and there's re-deads everywhere. That's when the entire town is basically nuked. That's when you can't go anywhere without the power of darkness having touched an area. Like, there's monsters in the Kokiri Forest. Zora's domain is completely frozen over. All the Gorons are gone from Goron City because they've all been captured by the dragon to be fed to them. That gives me so much anxiety. That gives me so much fucking anxiety every single time. Apocalypse scenarios give me anxiety. This is the truth. This was the truth with Lies of Peace too. Because even though Lies of Peace starts with the status quo being that the world is ruined, like, you know, you're post-apocalyptic, whatever, there's zombies and there's killer puppets running around. That gives me anxiety because the apocalypse gives me anxiety and shit. No? That strikes at a very tender spot for me. So, the fact that that has happened in Dragon Quest XI, which was ostensibly a super comfortable game at start, that's something I'm going to have to work through. That is something I'm going to have to work through, and I am here to do it. I am screwing up I'm sticking my courage to the screwing plate, and I am going to push on through. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your support. But just know that I am, in fact, a faint of heart gamer, I think is probably the best way to put it. It's part of why, you know, train game is so cozy, apparently. Because even when you get hit by a tornado, the worst thing that happens is, like, a bunch of passengers get flown off. I need to take a sip of water. And I know that's not the only game that does it, right? Like, in Final Fantasy VI, one of the big twists is how the status quo changes and the world goes to shit at a certain point. So, this is not a new concept for me. This is just one that... Have you ever seen Mad Max? Like, have you ever seen the original Mad Max movie? The one starring, is it Mel Gibson? I think it's Mel Gibson, yeah. Where Max is, like, a cop. He's a cop, and he's just, you know, trying to be a good town sheriff. He's trying to, like, take out hoodlums and stuff like that. But then the hoodlums run down his wife and his kid as the world goes to shit because apparently nuclear war started and now Australia is isolated from everything else in the world. and you see the slow development into chaos and lawlessness, that shit terrifies me. I think part of why zombie apocalypses as a trope scare me so much is partly because a big part of that scenario is how you no longer have like any working infrastructure. All of the people who, whose job is to help maintain this infrastructure, like sewage and power, they're gone. They are just straight up gone. Like, of course there are. You're not going to be showing up to work with it. It's literally the apocalypse. And you are thrown into a community survivor's world where the only way that you can really survive is by banding together as community, putting up fences to try and keep the monsters out, and then, being able to work together to do off the grid stuff. And it's like it's not a world that a person like me is designed to thrive in, unfortunately. And definitely people out there who fetishize the whole survivor man thing that they would be doing, thinking that they're just gonna take out zombies with shotguns like it's Resident Evil or anything. That's a conversation for a different day. Not gonna be showing up to work during the apocalypse. Yet somehow I think my employer would still be calling asking why I didn't come in. You see, it's funny because we literally saw that happen. When we've got oh my god, when COVID hit and we still have fast food people and manicurists being designated as essential workers who have to go in, that shit pissed me off so bad. That shit pissed me off so bad. The COVID situation made me realize, wow, no, people actually act like this. People actually pretend that they are not bitten so they can like go into denial about everything being as awful as it is. We as a species are not allowed to criticize people acting stupid in zombie films or monster films ever again. Ever. Slasher horror films? Nope, you can't do it. You can't say that this is unrealistic because I have seen motherfuckers who go out there and lick fucking toilet lids during a pandemic. You just... Life is stranger than fiction, chat. Life is stranger than fiction. And I hate it. I hate it. I hate that fiction makes more sense. Maybe this is just the autism talking, but at least in fiction, I can be like, you know what? This is a motive. This is a strong narrative character arc. He's got supporting evidence and all this other wonderful stuff. Real life ain't got that. Sure, maybe you can explain the rationality behind it. Maybe you can explain that people are like, trying to cope with a fantastical situation by, trying to pretend that things are not so fantastical, but man, fucking. All right, so we're officially hitting that point where we're gonna start wrapping up, and we're gonna get ready for, not stream. We're gonna get ready to pass on the raid, folks. If you know anyone who's cool, if you know anyone who loves trains, maybe they're trans, maybe they're queer in some way to help celebrate this Pride Month. If you know anyone who likes card games or MMOs or anything like that, go ahead and lead the raid. We'll go ahead and pass on the love. I want to thank everyone who came out to hang out today. It was really, really nice. I'm glad that we got to have the opening hour where I opened Fran's package and got to have fun with the puzzle box. Even if Fran does think that I am a filthy, cheating liar who will not see the light of heaven because I took advantage of the fact that there is a very big design flaw in said box. But if you missed that part, you can always catch it over on the YouTube. So like, go ahead and give us a like and a subscribe, and you can always check that out. Ending having to definitely know about the whole hiding that they've been bitten aspect. Ending having to get a COVID test because someone at work came in during a Christmas party. I see, that's exactly what I'm thinking about too. And you never know like when it's going to happen, right? My wife and I successfully avoided COVID until my husband came home from a convention center. He and his friend had already bought tickets to go to an anime convention. We were still we were still in the pandemic, and we told him, "Hey, you're gonna get COVID. You're gonna bring home fucking COVID." And he's like, "Nah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine." Wasn't fine, motherfucker. Wasn't fine at all. So, you know, people really underestimate the power of pathogens. Thankfully, he came out of it clean. Still ended up getting the shot because of it. I mean, you need to get the shot, right? You need to get the shot because, quote, natural immunization from having caught it once is not enough. It's not fucking enough. And anyone who tells you otherwise is a fucking liar. You need to get the fucking shot. And you also need to get the booster each year. Just like with the cold. Get your fucking shot, get your fucking booster. I'm just happy that, you know, it didn't knock me out the way that it did last. So, let's see. I don't see any redeems. If you're over on the YouTube side, thank you so much for hanging out. We're going to go ahead and end it there. So, have a wonderful day. Baloop. And then if you're over on the Twitch side, we're going to go ahead and raid on out. Double checking to see who